Hello YouTube, back at you guys with a third video today. Man, I'm really getting on a roll with these, huh? So this one in particular, I want to face on the idea of, talk about the idea of facing the dragon. And for any of you who are unaware, the dragon is this mythical force often related to the mother complex that a man must overcome in his life in order to assimilate the dark forces within him and really come into his own as the hero figure, right? And so if you take this idea that you have something innately dark, shadowy about your nature, right? As a human being, and in this context that we're talking about as a man, and that you must come into confrontation with that force, right, in order to get the treasure or get the or become stronger, right, in order to integrate this into your being and really become the hero of your story. The idea behind this is that in life you're going to be confronted with many challenges, but the challenges, while they're very apparent in the outer world, they may not be apparent in the inner world, especially for men. And typically, you know, your partner, if you're straight, and to an extent, even if you're gay, but even then, there's a less so of that polarity at work, right? The dynamic is a little different. Typically, your partner is going to put you on to certain deficiencies, certain things that you might lack in a sort of struggle for growth, for development, right? And as they do that, that is one way in which a man begins to integrate this more shadowy content and face the dragon, right? Because the partner is always at interplay with the parental dynamic of the man's mother in a way. And so these two forces are like very much polar opposites. Or for some people, they're actually very similar. It really depends on how in tune you are with your understanding of yourself, right? Does your partner seem to mimic that behavior? Or are they antithetical? Or are they somewhat of a mix? And something about facing the dragon is it's coming to terms with the past on a very deep and subjective level, and growing out of the mother complex, and the mother complex here being that which desires shelter, that which desires warmth, that which desires comfort. It's the voice that says, "Hey, sleep in bed today. You don't need to get up." It's the voice that would really actually want you to cuddle back in and become a baby once more. And there's it's no coincidence that the men who struggle the most with women, from what I've observed, they typically are the ones that are predicated, that their being is predicated on this mother complex. They're riddled with these complexes, and it's very difficult for them to break out of them. And it is true that the mother complex is at work in practically every man in existence, because every man had a mother at one point in their life. There is a difference in men who are able to break out of that complex, right, and come into their own being, and men who are still shackled by it. And so in that case, men who are still shackled by it, they have not overcome the dragon, right? They have not re-earned their right to their masculine force and their masculine energy. And I think the more that you are actually in play with feminine energy, the more that you are putting yourself in situations where you are going to be facing the dragon. And in order to overcome those situations, it requires deep levels of introspection. And it also requires going along the journey with somebody who is very understanding, compassionate, and is going to understand and have grace when you're in positions where you might be speaking from that complex. So again, there's an amalgamation of factors at play here. I'm going to be speaking more about this idea of facing the dragon and overcoming the mother complex in the future. This is just sort of an introductory video to the topic, and also to get some of you guys thinking about, like, hey, you know, if I'm having problems in my life, if I'm having problems with women, if I'm having problems in my own sort of masculine domain, it's very likely that this complex, this way of relating to yourself and the world, is what's at play here.